it's interesting how they came back. Their media department, PR department is shit. I'm like, are they stupid? What do you mean? No to free publicity? Peter Rawlinson, the CEO, has been great. Of course, Elon Musk predicted that there is not sustainable, all this stuff, but it is blood money. Let's not kid ourselves. Another interesting story that I saw this week is Lucid and Rivian. Okay, let's talk about Lucid first. So Lucid has been delivering and delivering what they need to, and I think over delivering a little bit. And it looks like they're going to do very well this year. I mean, obviously, it's a luxury, actually a luxury sedan. So it is not. They don't have to sell too many. I think they'll sell what, like 10 or 12,000 this year. But hey, listen, it's not like Ferraris are selling in millions, right? But it's interesting how they came back. They didn't look very good in a while, and then of course Elon talked crap about them and Rivian for a while, and at the end of the day, somehow they pulled it off. Now, I do have to say that Peter Rawlinson is one of the better CEOs out there. Now, their media department, PR department is shit, unfortunately. But I can probably say that about most automakers nowadays. Like here in Bangkok, one of my friends who's also in the industry, and she got to drive in MG Cyberstar. The the Cyberstar. And and she said, "Hey, you wanna take a ride?" I was like, "Hey, why don't you ask the PR person if I can take videos and pictures? I'll post it. It's probably gonna do decent." And she's like, "Oh, PR people said no." I'm like, "Are they stupid? What do you mean no to free publicity? Like, I do you know how much money other brands pay me to promote their? It's insane." So anyway, so Lucid just have crappy people in the PR department, but Peter Rawlinson, the CEO, has been great. They've made a mistake of hiring somebody from Tesla to run their manufacturing process, but I think they realized that, just like Rivian did, and took care of that relatively early. So the production is not a problem. It looks like they've been selling it very well. Now, they have been leasing, like most of them, which means, and this is great. I don't know if you guys know that this new $7,500 tax credit is if the car's over, what is it, like 80,000, you don't get it. And if you have to qualify with a salary, there's a lot of stuff. It's easy not to get the $7,500 tax credit, and you're just not going to get it on any Lucid Air deals. But what they did was they got a really, really, really good promotion for the lease. And the loophole is that the lease considered to be a business purchase, because it's the bank that's buying it for you, essentially, right? And leasing it to you. And it is qualified for the $7,500 tax credit. So it's qualified. So that was pretty cool. So you got the tax credit, and they lowered the prices. They subsidized some of the. It looks like they subsidized some of the uh, um, APRs for the lease, and it's working for them. And I still think the car is beautiful. It's full of great technology. It's luxury slash techie inside, kind of a good balance, I think. There hasn't been any scandals or big, like, stupid recalls, like wheels falling off, like with Toyota or others. It's been pretty quiet, which is good. Which is good. They just keep making them. So kudos to Lucid. Lucid and Rivian, which, well, I will talk about next. They were kind of the second generation new electric car companies, and Lucid was earlier than Rivian. Well, no, Rivian was just in a stealth mode, but Rivian was in a stealth mode for almost 10 years before they unveiled. I remember the unveiling. Still cannot forgive myself for not realizing Rihanna was at that small 100 or 200 people unveiling. Could have taken some pictures, or get married, whatever. So these two companies, and they've struggled, and of course Elon Musk predicted that there is not sustainable, all that stuff. And Yeah, it looks like Lucid, and Lucid continues to get more and more money from the Saudi Arabia fund, which I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I know we kind of got used to this, but it is blood money. Let's not kid ourselves. But there's a lot of blood money everywhere now, I guess. So people got used to it, and so we're okay with it. And they just got another injection of cash, and they're being supported. They're going to be actually, I believe, building a factory there to make cars for that territory. So they navigated this really, really, really good. And by the way, Peter was a CTO first, and I remember when I interviewed him for the first time, it was at the what is it, that Mountain View, California museum where Tesla did a lot of their shareholder events, Museum of Technology. I forgot. Anyway, so I remember talking to him, and he was still a CTO at that time, and then he got promoted to CEO. And look, things have really worked out for them. So kudos to Lucid.